The fall intake for international students is about to begin in September. So if you're someone who's planning to go abroad to study, please keep listening. Hello everyone and welcome to the Insurance Insights podcast presented to you by your trusted brand Policy Bazaar. I am your host Simran and today we'll delve into a topic that's of utmost importance for Indian students planning to study abroad, student travel insurance. Studying abroad is an incredible opportunity that opens new doors to cultures, knowledge and personal growth. However, it's crucial to be prepared against any unforeseen circumstances that you may face during your time away from home. Now that's where student travel insurance comes into play, providing you peace of mind and a safety net so that you can focus on your studies without worrying about anything. To help us gain a comprehensive understanding of student travel insurance, we have a special guest with us today. Please welcome Manas Kapoor, the business head of travel insurance at Policy Bazaar. Welcome to the show, Manas.
Thank you, Simran. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So Manas, I think we should start by understanding the fundamentals of student travel insurance. What exactly it is and why is it so important for students embarking on educational journey abroad?
Well, student travel insurance is an extension of the normal travel insurance that usually students prefer when they are going outside India to study. It's a very important tool that the student should have in their bag when they are traveling internationally to many destinations like US, Canada, Germany or Singapore and many other international destinations where they are planning to go for studies and improve and enhance their career. Now, why student travel insurance is important? It is a very important tool that helps them understand that what it needs to do when they are traveling internationally. It helps them safeguard their financial emergency situations and also other benefits such as if they get their laptop, if their laptop is lost, for example, or if they have a medical emergency because of which they have to either skip a semester. Outside India, the curriculum is very fungible. If you have to skip a semester, it is easier for us to do that. But how to cover that in terms of monetary benefit? Student travel insurance comes into picture at that point of time. Now, if the situation comes where a person is sick outside, they want to call their immediate family members. Student travel insurance helps them cover that also. Also, when if let's say I am also studying outside India, so I would not only be studying for 1 or 2 years, I would be planning a trip with my colleagues to outside of that destination. Will the normal insurance cover that? Probably no. So student travel insurance helps cover that as well. Just a simple example. If I am studying in USA, I am planning to go to a trip to Canada or let's say even Mexico. Student travel insurance helps them cover that as well, and any emergency situation that happens in that area, that is covered under student travel insurance. So student travel insurance is a very important tool that students should have there in kitty when they are going outside India to safeguard themselves from any emergency situation that can arise in an unknown land.
Indeed, I think student travel insurance plays a vital role in mitigating risks and providing necessary support during your time abroad while you're studying. Now, you mentioned a few differences between regular travel insurance and student travel insurance. Can you please elaborate on that?
So, a normal travel insurance covers your medical expenses, which has different categories like if there is a sickness or an accidental emergency or dental expenses. Plus, there are certain benefits like, for example, baggage loss, passport loss, and certain expenses related to your trip like your missed connection, your trip cancellation or your trip delay, which are usually preferred by people who are going for a leisure trip. But for student, you are going for a longer duration. So the benefits that are curated in the product are specifically designed for that particular segment only. So for example, like I mentioned, loss of laptop, study interruption benefit. Okay, there can be a chance that you are partying at a bar in, let's say, Germany, and you get in a brawl with some other members. So there are benefits like bail bond, legal expenses that helps you cover for that as well. There is personal liability benefit that can help you in terms of third party damage. There are benefits related to your compassionate visit. For example, like I mentioned, if you are getting any medical emergency situations and you want to call your immediate family members, so these are certain benefits which are specifically curated, prepared and designed for students, specifically for them only.
Thank you for explaining that so well, Manas. I think that's a crucial distinction to keep in mind for all of our viewers. Now, what are some key factors that should be considered while purchasing student travel insurance?
So, if I tell you about the basic factors, there are a couple of factors that you need to consider while buying student travel insurance. The first and the foremost is that when students are traveling, they are given that in the curriculum itself, they have a insurance that is covered. Now that insurance primarily covers you only for the medical expenses or related benefits. So for example, your dental expenses, you have some problem in your eye. So only allied benefits which are related to medical expenses. But is that so? When you are traveling internationally in an unknown land, there are so many uncertainties that can happen that even a student cannot even imagine. That is why we have products which covers them for benefits which are far away from medical expenses. Medical expenses are there as at par, which are provided by the universities, but there are additional benefits that can help students safeguard themselves. So that is one thing that students definitely should consider while buying a student travel insurance. And the second is for the duration of time that they are traveling. You should understand that there are a couple of types of students that are traveling. One is those students who are going for an exchange program. They might be going for a 1 month or a 2 month or a 3 month kind of trip to international waters to study for a particular semester. Plus, there are second kind of students who are going for a long-term duration course, which is 1 year, 2 year, and even 3 year courses. For them, it is much more important and crucial to buy a student travel insurance because there will be so much uncertainties, so many unknowns that they could not have even imagined. And those factors are important to understand that what kind of student travel insurance they should want. Finally, I would like to let the audience know that the price is very important factor that students consider. They will be spending lakhs of amount when they are going internationally to plan for a student studying abroad. But what is the cost that student travel insurance incurs? It's minuscule as compared to what they are spending on their tuition fees. So that is something that they should understand, and while purchasing a student travel insurance policy, they should consider.
Excellent advice, Manas. Thank you for that. Now, what about the process of purchasing student travel insurance? And are there any documents that people should keep handy?
So in terms of the process that one should follow is they should identify what are the course that they are going into and understand what is the duration that they are going into for the course. There are plans that we have on our website covering for 2 years, but there can be an extension of up to 3 years that they can opt for. So they should be clear enough as to where they are going and for duration of the course that they are going into so that they can buy the policy accordingly. Secondly, they should be looking for a plan which covers which have a comprehensive coverage in terms of not only medical benefits but also benefits which are allied to when they are traveling internationally, which we have discussed in detail earlier. So I will not go deeper into that, but they should understand and identify what features are important for them when they are going internationally and what kind of emergency can they get into when they are studying abroad.
So Manas, you just spoke about the cost of student travel insurance, right? How much should students expect to pay for this coverage?
They should understand that they are spending lakhs of amount when they are trying to study abroad. Whereas the student travel insurance costs in thousands. I'll just give you one simple example. If a student is planning to study abroad in USA, the minimum cost that will be incurred is somewhere between 10 to 15 lakhs for a 1 year course. Whereas if you go for a student travel insurance, that is only 10 to 15,000, which is not even 1% of what you are paying in the tuition fees. Plus, it is important to understand that it will give you a comprehensive enhanced coverage covering your risk. In almost all countries, they have a plan which is covered with their with their tuition fees. Now, will that give a comprehensive coverage? Maybe not. But definitely student travel insurance is something that gives them a comprehensive coverage at a very minuscule price, at a very minimum rate that they can offer, and they can compare and buy the best plan on Policy Bazaar, and also see if it is, I think and I believe that it is affordable in their range.
Thank you for explaining that so well, Manas. I found it really insightful. I'm sure all the students watching this also found it very insightful. Moving on to our next segment, Ask PV, where we take questions from our viewers. So today's question is from Priya, and she's asking, I'm 25 and I'm planning to go to London for my MSc in marketing. What kind of student travel insurance should I consider?
So, not only to Priya, but all those who are traveling internationally, my recommendation would be to go for a plan which covers comprehensive coverages, that offers comprehensive coverages when they are traveling internationally. For a peculiar case like Priya mentioned, to London, they have a NHS scheme that gets covered them under the medical coverages. But again, is that enough? Not. If you are going to London, will you be going to, let's say, Amsterdam or France? Yes, in all probability. But will that NHS cover you under that as well? Maybe not. So it is very important to buy a student travel insurance from India that will help them safeguard themselves and also help them in other processes which are post sales, basically when they are going for a claim or for an extension, and those benefits can help them safeguard themselves from any emergency or uncertainty situation.
Wonderful. Thank you for joining us today, Manas. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Simran.
With this, we have come to the end of today's episode. If you have any further queries that you would like us to address on our podcast, please write to this email ID. And please do not forget to like, share and subscribe if you found this useful. See you in the next episode.